Get a haircut, get a real job. Get a haircut, get a real job. Be your hacker, don't be a slob. Get it together like your big brother Bob. Why don't you get a haircut, get a real job?
It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to know.
Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. Only the lonely know this feeling ain't right.
Across the universe,
On the Starship Enterprise, undertaking curve.
Star trekking across the universe.
Slowly going forward, complete upon rebirth.
Good morning, chat. Happy Monday, a new work week. We're all ready to go, all excited. And yeah, it's getting closer. It's getting a little bit more fuller there. Welcome all in. Happy Monday, everyone. We got a really big shoe today, folks. Yeah, a lot that we're going to cover. We've got the bounty. We got to take a look back at the week that was. We got to take a look at online league play. We're going to take a look at the start of the EVC pop-up. We're going to take a look at the PTCS. And what days are we celebrating today? Whoa, Ezra, it's not Corn Chip Day. But hey, we've got a day just for you. And no, it's not another curmudgeon day. Welcome in, everyone. Hope your Monday's going swimmingly well. Laptop Hound here, ready to provide you another full day of coverage of everything that is OOTP. First of all, couple shout outs. Shout out to Cubs fan 23, Steve, for the 16th month re-upper. This one's for you, Cubs fan Steve.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
Oh, you are a friend, Steve. Don't worry about that. You are a friend. Thank you for re-upping 16 months. And Minerva spending some Hound Biscuits saying, Lap, I want to shout out my perfect team. The Skull Hearts going full lefty cheese this week, and Mookie getting his first season on full lefty cheese. Shout out to Minerva. Everyone give Minerva and the Skull Hearts some love. Congratulations, Minerva. I'm seeing that team a lot more in tournaments that I play in. So all the best to you and your league play in your full lefty cheese. I guess as lefty as you can get. It's not like last year where we could completely go a lefty cheese park. There's certain limitations from the parks you have to choose from. All right. We got Chicago, shorts weather in Chicago. We got Willie Mays Day yesterday from Ezra Denny. Yes. And again, looks like I saw something about a shutout or a complete game or a perfect game, something a little bit earlier there. What else do we got? I made you an Edmonton Oiler fan, Chess Safari. Well, unbelievable. Like I said on that slide there, like 47 days, the Oilers have gone without a loss. So go Oilers. We need a new cap for you there, Chess Safari. Next time you're in a sports shop and you see a cheap Edmonton Oiler cap, there you go. You got something to replace that Minnesota Twins cap. What else do we got going on? I think that's about it. Who else is in the chat? Hero Drivers here. Cavacom I saw earlier. Sean Sol 10. Who am I missing here? Oof. 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 Good to see you. Oof. Dark Horse 414. Checking out the weather in Milwaukee, eh? 36 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind blowing in 11 degrees or 11 miles an hour from the northwest. Who else am I missing here? I think that's all the things I saw in the chat there. Hey, there we go. Okay, where do we start? I don't know. Where do we start? Got so many things to start with. Back on later for the Laptop Hound Daily Final. So I'll be doing that strictly on YouTube today. Gave away 10 packs. I believe it was it Statmonger that won yesterday, the 10 packs for predicting the Laptop Hound Daily Final correctly. It went 7 games, and our good friend Tiger Cub and his those animals, the Wolves, the Michigan Wolves, took the Laptop Hound Daily in 7 games yesterday. So we'll be doing that again today at about 6 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel. So again, not going to be doing that on Twitch today because I don't want to interfere with the other Twitch streamers. I'll only do that if I don't see anyone else streaming, but they'll definitely be streaming, someone streaming today. Also, a little bit later tonight, the Hockey Show, Boiled Egg will be there. Fussmucker will be there. Probably Pop Stongoria, Leo Remus. Maybe Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon if it's not too late. And we'll be talking All-Star Game, trades, weird things going on in the NHL. So yeah, stay tuned for that at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. The Game On, Chat versus Lap, we're moving that till Wednesday this week with EVC off and kind of a crunch on Tuesdays for time between Spore's Treasure Trove and Dr. Dynastic coming on. My Tuesday stream, going to cut it a little bit shorter tomorrow, and we're going to cover the Tuesday Treasure Trove cards and do our usual bounty and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to rush the Lap versus Chat. I felt the last couple of weeks I've been rushing it, and we haven't been able to dive into the teams too much. So we're going to do that on Wednesday. I'm going to fill in for EVC slot. There's no guest set or anything like that. We're just going to take over that couple hours on Wednesday, and we're going to do the Chat versus Lap on Wednesday with our usual giveaway then too. As I like to start the Monday, celebrating Monday celebrations. And again, you'll see some little clips during the commercial breaks to honor some of the long time and new subscribers. Followers first, we got Spaceman Spiff, 39. Welcome, Spaceman. Probably a big Bill Lee fan. We've got Jay Shaps. We've got Dapper Dragon, who's been in the chat recently the last few days, a new user. So if you ever see Dapper around, say welcome to OOTP, getting into Perfect Team a little bit more. We got Zero Silence, which is a Minerva alt, I believe. Thanks, Minerva, for having your alt join up. Waz VT, we got Malevolence, we've got the Jow Camp, we've got Pulf Mollaxen SNS, 2D Boot, 543, what a cool name, and Donald 4333. If you ever find Donald's bank card, do not go to the bank machine and try 43333. That's one too many letters for a PIN number. Subscriptions. Wildcat Bandit last week. 14 weeks for the Wildcat from Oklahoma, home of Mickey Mantle and Johnny Bench. D King from Florida, 11 months. Ezra Denny from the left coast. Yeah, near the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz and, all those other things that San Francisco is known for. Boiled Egg with the 8-month subscription last week. Again, Boiled Egg, a big gift giver, subbing gifts on the channel once in a while. Thank you, Boiled Egg, for your support. Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon from Germany, from north central Germany, kind of near the Volkswagen production plant. If you need a Volkswagen, call D-Block at 1666 D-Block. He can get you a deal on a Volkswagen. No, he can't. He just lives close. Danny Smith Jr., Danny D. Smith Jr. has been in the chat a few times. Thank you, Danny D. Smith Jr., for re-upping your 2-month sub for the Hound, and also Danny D. Smith Jr., big gifter. Danny D he was a gifter last week. Thank you. 9 gift subs to the community. So if you can all of a sudden access some emotes from my emote collection there, it's probably because you got a gift sub from either Danny D or from Captain, the keg leg, who again supports many, many, many affiliates and channels. So thank both of you. And Kurzov 22, who is trying to draw my attention because I was on mute last week with the 1 bit. Thank you. That 1 bit. So again, I like to shout you guys out, and you guys mean so much for me and the channel, and you keep me driving on to get the energy and to come on Twitch, YouTube, and to produce some OOTP stuff. So thank you so much. The left coast is the best coast. Well, yeah, I'm closer to the left coast than I am to the right coast. Let's do this, guys. We've got a bounty ready to go. Going to give away some packs. Of course, my game crashes just as I'm about to announce the bounty. It is a perfect draft, 16 teams. You might be able to find it because I just entered it. So, if you got your game screen open, look for the one with the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. It's kind of a regular draft. It's not like iron to bronze or anything like that. It is perfect draft ID 717. 717. And yes, there are some criteria that you have to follow. So don't start your drafting yet. Let me get that ID on here. ID 717. Copy that. Copy. Put that on there. Come on, game. Come on. Yeah, you may be finding some game difficulties today because the server is undergoing maintenance since about 3 a.m. So if you're finding your game sluggish or you can't get in that well, they said it would take about 12 hours. So sometime this afternoon, it should be done. So there you go. That is the criteria. I pinned it in chat. I put it on the screen here. Let's be unique. We all want to be unique. Let's all be different. Well, at least let's have our players all be different. We haven't done this one before. All must have a different overall rating. So you get 193, you get 190, you get 184, you get 180. So think about this carefully. Although it's all random because you don't know what cards you're going to get in the future. And make sure you don't have 2 identical ratings on any of your cards. Makes sense. Pretty easy. So as you're drafting, follow along on the left-hand side of your draft screen there. Look at the ratings. And again, it's the rating on the card. If you open it up and the rating's different, like with Saul Rojavin, then the card rating matters. Washington Park is in. We've got the launch pads. We've got the Devils, the Wolves, the KC Wizards with Barry Basher, the Wonderbolts, Tommy Knockers, and the Rainiers. And I'm sure we'll have usually we have the Star Trek crew. Eves Baseball, good to see you again, Monter Don. All right, are we full? What are we at here? We're at 15. We've got 1 slot left, guys. There you see it on the screen. It's pinned in the chat. Saturday, I came 4th. I finished in the semifinals. So that's my best finishing in a long time. So it's time for the Hound to make a mark. Come on, game. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you're undergoing server maintenance, but hey, there we go. All right, I'm going to take the instructions off the screen because you should know them by now. If not, they're pinned in the chat. Yes. Have you seen my bear, Ben? Was that his name? Again, I always go to Cubs fan Steve or Wildcat Bandit because they are, from my era. Grizzly Adams. Did he have a bear named Ben? Was it Gentle Ben? Mel Gibson did not have a bear. Nick Nolte, I don't know. Nick might have had a bear. He might have had a few wild animals in his day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gentle Ben, Hero Driver. Thank you for that. Yeah. Gentle Ben was a different show? Oh. Grizzly Adams didn't have. Oh, okay. Wasn't it still a bearded guy though? Gentle Ben and Grizzly Adams? You mean they weren't the same show? Is this like a Mandela effect kind of thing? I always thought they were the same show. Were they the same actor? Wow. Okay. So I do get 100. So who should we take here? Let's take Show, as I like to say to D Block, Shohei Ohtani. The Shohei kid. Okay. I got 4 90s, a 96, and a 91. None of them very good. Do I want to waste my 96? No, I'm going to take Houston Street. So I got a 90, I got 100. Oh man, I was going to take Joe Thatcher. I can't take Joe Thatcher. So let's take Sean Green, former Blue Jay and Dodger. Okay, I'm focusing. I'm not looking at Gentle Ben anymore. Grizzly Adams was from the 70s, and Gentle Ben was from the 60s. It was a cool show. The one with the nicer actor that was always very gentle and nice. Was that Gentle Ben? Or were they both really, really nice guys? One was very calm and very nice. That was probably Gentle Ben. Was his name Ben or was the bear named Ben? Okay, you're distracting me. Let's get back onto this here. Welcome in, everyone. Good to see you in the chat on this Monday morning. If you're at work, keep the phone hidden. Keep the volume off. Don't get me into trouble for getting you trouble at work. Okay, thanks, Ezra. I know I can always count on Ezra for TV show updates. All right, the ad's going to be kicking in soon, so I'm going to just keep on drafting here through the ad break. You won't miss too much, just a hound trying to pick the best cards. Luke had an 88. Remember, if you joined the draft late, you cannot have duplicate cards. All the ratings have to be different, the overall ratings. So Joe Carter, I can take, and Luke. Cliff Johnson at an 83, and Lady Baldwin at an 81. 80, 81, 83. So Todd Hundley, 84, and Bob Feller, 86. Gotta take Jackie. And probably a third baseman, Alfonso. How are you guys doing in your draft? Are you finding it pretty easy to find non-duplicate cards? Have you had to pass up on anyone really good? See, and you can even sort by overall. Make sure I don't make any mistakes here. Who do I want? Let's go Darwin Barney and Bill Force, 73, 76. Iridescence with the hoarding of the pack. I like it. I like a guy that hoards his packs. Silver is definitely getting tougher with so many pricey cards coming out in the treasure trove. And I think a lot more people, Chess, are joining the silver tournaments. By the way, a big shout out to Chess Safari, another big supporter of the channel. He was on with his ELO breakdown about a month and a half ago. He's gifted some subs on the channel. So again, along with Boiled Egg and Pop Stongoria and Danny D. Smith Jr., Captain Kegleg, and all of the subscribers. New and old, thank you so much. Happy Monday. Okay, 72, 73, 76, 78. So Jorge Solar and Mike Napoli. Let's get both my catchers out of the way. 70 and 71. That works. On to the bronze. Well, we're going to take Goodman. And we're going to take Dave Stieb. Shocker. Lap. Gentle Ben takes Dave Stieb. John Denny. Need a center fielder. That's not a very good one, though. I got to think which good cards come up in the, like Cliff Lee would be a 69 if he comes up. Rojavin or Sal Magli would be a 65. Don't want to take a 65. So let's go with Claude, 60 and a 63. So anything 61, 62, 64. Can't take Rabbit. Oh, I can take Lopez. That's a good one. I'll take a Baseball Reference. Or do I want David Watley instead? Oh, Doug DeCinces. Oh, there's my first card I really want that I can't take. Should not have taken that 65. Can't take Rick Langford. Lopez or Watley? Let's go Lopez. And then I can take Irv. Yeah, Irv. All right, 5 cards in iron. They all have to be different. This is where you might get stuck finding 5 different numbers, but you got a big range of numbers to pick from. So I got 7, 8, 9 pitchers, and we're in modern environment. So 3, 7, 8, 9, 3 pitchers. Reed Foley, Justin, Dorgan, and instead of just, who's better, Justin? Yeah, instead of Reed Foley, we're going to go Lucas. 44, 53, 57. Ooh, Kurt Bavacqua, though. I need a first baseman. I got Mike Hargrove. 49. One more. Anyone play short? I do not have a shortstop, which is a little bit disturbing. No shortstop. And none offered. Ken Griffey Jr., I guess you're on the team with your center field ability of 1. Oh, look at that. Look at his center field ability of 1. You saw a guy play 69 Cliff Lee in a Silver Daily? Why not? He's the best starting pitcher in bronze. In my opinion, he is the best starting pitcher in bronze, especially if you follow FIP and WAR. If you're a FIP and WAR guy, he is the best starting pitcher in bronze. And some people refuse to draft Cliff Lee. And at least in the Laptop Daily, I mean, yesterday he set a record for the Michigan Wolves with 8 wins in the tournament. Cliff Lee went 8-0 in the Laptop Daily. Cliff Lee, 8-0. That set a record. That the previous record was 7 wins by Messersmith. Yeah, Cliff Lee. I'm going to keep drafting him, at least in these lower level tournaments. I don't know if I'd want to play him in gold or higher or anything like that, but Warbot, I think you're a supporter of Cliff Lee. Wasn't it Izadafo that didn't like Cliff Lee? I can never tell with Warbot if he's sarcastic and doesn't like a card or if he does like the card. Ask him about Brian McCann. Chess Safari, good. I got someone that agrees about Cliff Lee. He can play on my team. And you can play him either at stopper, reliever, starter. In the Laptop tournament, I like him as a starter. In other tournaments, I might have him as a What's going on here? Where's all my pictures? What the heck? Did I not draft in time? Were you guys distracting me and the clock ran out? Let's see, where is it? Not even showing up on my screen. Did you guys boot me out of my own tournament? That can't happen. Must just be firing off or something. There it is. It's full and it says draft team. I did draft the team. Did I not hit submit on the last round? Oof. Yikes. Can't remember who I took now. Justin, Lucas, Mike. What did I take? Hargrove and Griffey. Submit. Well, that's a first. Okay. So again, if you are in the bounty tournaments and you weren't paying attention to the rules, well, it's pretty easy. Go to your overall roster, sort them by overall rating, and you cannot have two of the exact same rated cards. They all must be unique. We're all unique in this world. So I'm double checking mine. Looks good, Lap. Looks good. There we go. I am compliant. I'm just going to go with a very basic draft, very basic strategy. But in case there's some shenanigans out there with opening lineups, Warbot taught me this. On his stream and on the Hawk Report, he said, everyone, if you have a tournament where you can set opener lineups, do it. It doesn't hurt anything. Just go ahead and do it. Go to your strategy. Make sure you take it off the default of no openers. Use opener lineups, even if you're not using opener pitchers yourself. And then go to your lineups, go to opener, custom lineups, and then pick your opener lineups. You want the opposite of what it's showing. So if it says left-hand pitching, go right-hand pitching. I always do that now thanks to Warbot, because if someone throws in an opener, I'm going to get my proper batters in. And even moving guys up in the lineup if you want for your opener lineup, your better hitters against those pitchers. Thank you, Warbot, for the education. Which PTCS am I in? We're going to cover that later, Andy. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well over in the UK. Yeah, we're going to go through the ratings for the PTCS. We're going to go run through them all, see who made the top 128. And yeah, we'll check out who my opposition is, because you should be able to tell out based on the overall rankings. I would do it anytime it's available, Minerva. I mean, you can only do it in the modern era. There were no opener lineups in the 60s and 70s and dead ball. It won't let you do opener lineups. But any modern era tournament, you can set opener lineups. And I would do that every single one. It doesn't hurt, because if someone throws an opener in, trying to take advantage of you putting in your opposite lineup, well, your opener lineup is going to counteract that. I believe, anyway. I mean, I'm more of a teacher than a student, but Warbot can confirm or deny. All right. Has it fired off yet? Not quite. So we'll come back to that and take a look at that a little bit later. Again, 5 packs go out to the team that defeats me, that knocks me out of the tournament. 5 packs on the line. So good luck. Otherwise, you're playing for just the in-game packs. And let's get the official word from Warbot. There you go. At least make that decision. Right. A lot of people just go with the AI lineup. or they go with the exact same lineup against lefties and righties. Some fine tune a little bit more. I throw in the opposite opener lineups, and I probably should even fine tune that to get my better opposition batters closer to the top of the lineup. Because an opener, if they go 1 or 2 innings, they face 3 to 6 batters probably. So if your better batters against that opener are towards the top of the lineup in the first 3, then again, it's just that little bit of slight edge that it might give you. Not that I win more tournaments, but why not? Go with the odds. Let's check out Twitter/X. Last night, it was the Snowballers, I believe. Or no, the Fossils. I know it went 7 games. I think, did the Fossils have a 3-1 lead and then the Snowballers came back and the Fossils won game 7? Or did the Snowballers win 3 in a row? I didn't quite catch the end. I know it was late innings, a very close game. It might even went extra innings, but I don't know who won that World Series last night. And of course, we've got EVC second pop-up ready to fire off. Let me see if it's fired off yet. It is 13 minutes away from firing off the EVC pop-up. So hopefully you got your team in there. I wonder if it shows the matchups yet. Nope, not for another 13 minutes. Okay, we can't check in on that. And just a heads up, guys, there will be more pop-ups coming your way, courtesy of OOTP and the team. Next, not this week, as far as I know, but the following week. I think around the 14th to the 19th, kind of in that range. Make sure you have some entry fee tournament slots available from about the 15th to the 19th, because you will see at least 3 more that I'm aware of showing up between those dates. A couple that I've been involved with. So excited. I can't talk about them yet because they're not available to join yet. You should be able to join them a week from today. They should be popping up on your choices next Monday. So stay tuned. Check Monday early. Watch your OOTP next Monday, because we saw how quickly the first one for EVC filled up. And I think the 2 that I'm involved in, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. They're both different but similar, and you'll see that next week. I'll give you more updates on exactly how those were set up next Monday, but I think they're going to be fun. Plus, there's another one from another affiliate that I think you'll have some fun with. Okay, let me see what's going on there. Has the bounty fired? It looks like it has. So I'm going to give it a few seconds, because if I try to enter in as soon as it fires, it gives me an error. In the meantime, the official OOTP Twitter site, the present, the future, and the largest contract in franchise history for one Bobby Witt Jr., posted by OOTP 48 minutes ago. Minerva, Nas Base. I don't know if Attica Online's a Kansas City Royal fan. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. I think Barry Basher is a Kansas City Royal fan. So there you go. There's Barry. Barry's saying he gets his bag and loves it. Very cool graphic here that they have. All the Twitter posts. Number 7 on the Kansas City Royals with the largest contract signed. And yeah, Dodgers give out contracts like this lady here, signing Lamet to a minor league contract. Ooh, those Boston Red Sox. Charles, what do you think of that Boston Red Sox uniform? That doesn't look very red. Maybe it's just one of those color illusions. Do you see red? Do you see blue? Do you see orange? I don't see red. So there you go, the official site for Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, or if you are on Twitter and you haven't subscribed to the OOTP development site, there you are, all the latest news. Of course, TJ Lauerman back tomorrow for Tuesday night baseball. And again, you can check out the forums on OOTP Developments, the launch site. If you're new to the game and you want more information, go to that site right there. That'll take you right here, and you can find out more information. You can hop on the forums and you can ask questions or look for answers about online leagues, perfect team, tech, dynasty reports. You can import mods, different uniforms. You can import different stadiums. You can import different face gens into the game. Very easy to do. And a lot of other things, including the hockey version of the game. And they go back to previous versions of OOTP as well, if you're still playing some of those. PTCS, we will talk about that a little bit later. First of all, though, let's go and check out the bounty and who I get to attempt to defeat on this Monday. Oh, so those are uniforms based on the bombing. Yes, I guess the Boston bombing. All right, here we go. Fussmucker, make yourself known, young man. New York Ranger fan, Fussmucker from the right coast, taking on the Hound. And, you know, in OOTP, I remember taking on Fussmucker a lot and losing. And Fussmucker's also really good at our Warbot and Hawk trivia that we have on Thursdays. He went on a big roll early when we started bringing trivia in, and has kind of fallen off a bit. Maybe he's busy on Thursdays. Round number 1. This is your tournament tree. John Sultan's Washington Park Rangers up against Lord Christic's Tacoma Rainiers. We've got 2 Western teams facing off in round 1. In the next best of 5, we have Chess Safari and his Lynx going up against the Wonderbolts by Wave Ruin. Not familiar with you, Wave? Wave, are you in the chat? We've got yesterday's Laptop Hound Daily winner, Wolfman 56. Can he continue the hot streak and take out one of the best, Monterre Dawn? And in the last matchup on the left side, we've got those crustaceous creatures run by Majungasaurus. They are taking on Barry Basher and his newly signed Bobby Witt Jr., Kansas City Wizards. Over on the right side of the bracket, we have Captain Ezra Denny and his Starfleet red shirts leading his crew up against Chadwick from Colorado and his Colorado Tommyknockers. Go Avalanche. Unless you play the Oilers, then boo Avalanche. Fussmucker will take on myself. The winner of that match will take on the winner of Cavacom, his Sunday marathon streams as he takes you through his playoff journey, opens packs, and takes the brunt of chat. His Cavacom launch pads will be taking on the Eagles led by Famarte. And in the final matchup, we have Warbot and his escape from New York. And Warbot will be taking on his many ex-girlfriends, Dogberry 99. Oh, the knives are out. Warbot against the ex-girlfriends. That's an extra escape for you, Warbot. You're not only escaping from New York, you're attempting from the ex-girlfriends. All right, there are your first matchups. And again, these are best of 5. I do want to make sure the teams that I could come up against in the first couple rounds. I guess we take on the Tommy Knockers or red shirts, not Cava. So red shirts, Tommy Knockers, Devils. Let's make sure you're compliant. Red shirts. Oops. That's a red logo, not a red shirt. Oh, yeah, I guess I can look at the whole team here. Starfleet. No duplicate numbers. Oh, is this an error? A card error? Cromartie, 66. And Cornejo. So Ezra will have to bench one of these two players to be compliant. He's got 6 minutes to do it. Other than that, Ezra's good. Who else did I need to check? The Tommy Knockers. Really easy to proofread this. Yep. Tommy Knockers are compliant. And of course, the team that I face, the Devils. No, sorry. Everyone not eligible, Fussmucker. Sorry. Gonna have to take you out of the tournament. They just none of them qualify. Nope, you look pretty good. No duplicates there. While I'm here, let's go through them all so I don't have to check later. That way I can make you guys aware if you need to make a change. The links are compliant. Those Eagles, way to go, Eagles. In fact, you took no 50s. You took everyone in the 40s. The Creatures. Good. Gold stars for all of you. Charles. That works. EV's baseball. Yep. Barry Basher. Oh, we gotta be careful with this guy here. Gotta be careful. Avacom. Let's all look at this one very carefully. Wink, wink. Cava is good to go. Good for the Wolves. About Lord Christic, let's check out the Lord and his team. 263s. So Lord, let's double check a 63 and a 63. So you will have to bench either Charlie Grimm or Diego Segui. One of those two guys. You're going to have to put on the reserve. I'm sure you've noticed that already, though. And two more to check out. The Rangers. Wow, I thought this would be a little bit tougher. I thought a lot of teams would be short at least one player, but I guess the card pool gave you a big enough range. Rangers are compliant, and finally those ex-girlfriends. Oof. I guess they must have had to, they had to bench Ricky Henderson. Why did you bench Ricky Henderson? Because he's a 44. Okay. So you went over Justin instead of Ricky. You went with the pitcher. All right. Dogberry is compliant. So we have pretty much everyone compliant other than a couple teams that did have to bench a player or two. The gold round, the bronze round were tough. The bronze round was tough for me because I couldn't take certain players because I already had taken that number. But I was pretty good at finding a variety of cards. I mean, we got what, 6 of each level after diamond? 6 gold, 6 bronze, silver, iron. So you got 10 choices. Yeah, worked out pretty good. Ooh, and there the game crashes again. So you get a little bit of close up for Grizzly Adams again, or Gentle Ben. Okay, let's log back in. For all you new players out there, the final and 10th PTCS tournament is going to take place this Saturday. So on Saturday, the final tournament where the top 128 teams of the 10 different levels. So again, if you're new, over the course of about 5 or 6 weeks, when you enter certain tournaments, daily tournaments or perfect draft tournaments, you accumulate points over the course of those 5 or 6 weeks. And at the end of that time period, the top 128 point getters compete in a tournament against each other for some, really good cards, especially if you win the tournament, come second, third, or fourth, you get some, fairly playable cards. And it's very competitive once the tournament starts on Saturday. And we get Spore that usually streams it. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon streams it. Other people may stream it from time to time. But this one is going to take place this coming Saturday. 8 traditional tournaments, which means you have to own the cards to play in those tournaments. Iron, bronze, silver, gold, weekly, diamond, wild card, and open. And then 2 of the 10 cards you don't have to own. You draft them from a card pool selection in the perfect drafts. The dailies in one or the weeklies in the other. After 5 of these tournaments, the top 64 point getters will go on to the PTMS. So in a couple weeks, I think it's on the probably going to be on the 17th, I'm guessing. So probably on February 17th, we're going to see the PTMS, which is the elite of the elite, pretty much. People that have done well in these PTCSs to accumulate points for one kind of final showdown of 64 teams. So that's what's going to be coming up over the next couple Saturdays. And let's take a look at who qualified for this week's journey. If you did qualify, you should see access to that tournament now. For example, on this account, you see that I'm in the daily bronze, which usually I compete, I get in every one because I love bronze tournaments. But let's go and check in on who I might face and who else qualified for these tournaments. And you can do that by going into your tournament rankings. It's the last little tab on your account. Select which of the 10 tournaments you want to check in on. So we're going to check in on bronze. And then you want to go down and select the January 1st to February 4th, because that's the total over the course of the last 5 weeks. Click that, and it will show you all the rankings. Again, the top 128 get in. Ranking doesn't really mean anything other than seeding of who you get to play in that first round. And as we saw last month, the number 128 seed won the bronze PTCS. The team that qualified last won the tournament. So just got to get your foot in the door, and that gives you access. And it can be really close, like Tiger Cub mentioned in the chat there. Winning a tournament yesterday can be enough to get you in. Now, you'll notice on the first page of the leaderboard, the first 29, all 29 except for one finished first. So definitely if you win a tournament, it's going to help get you in. Of course, this is it for this cycle. So if you start entering the dailies now or the perfect drafts now, it won't matter because you can't qualify for any other tournament. It's done. for OOTP24. You have to wait until the next game comes out towards the end of March. I'm guessing it comes out on March 26th. My good friend Cavacom think it's going to come out on the 19th. So we got a little friendly kind of side wager when that game comes out. We don't know for sure. It's in beta testing right now, and some of you might be beta testing it. But you can't, if you enter the tournaments now, you're just entering for the in-game packs, not for any kind of qualification. So Griff, who I believe was first overall ranked last PTCS bronze, finishes first. M&T, Duke 1490, Zargian 2, Dr. Chaps, Cubs fan 23. Congratulations, Cubs fan Steve, with the number 6 seed in bronze. You know, I don't remember seeing you a lot in bronze earlier in the year, Cubs fan Steve. So is bronze something you just kind of got into in the last few months? Or have you kind of always been there, but you've been more successful lately? But way to go, number 6 overall seed. Cargo fan, 68 Pirate, Lapalus, and Special Edition are your top 10, and Makad card just outside the top 10, in fact, tied for 10th, and probably should be 10th because he's played less games or tournaments, but the way they rank things is a little bit backwards. They reward the tiebreaker is for whoever played more, not whoever played less. So even though Makadkar had an average better finish, Special Edition gets in because he played more tournaments in bronze. So Makadkar, I'm going to include you in the top 10 shout out there. All right. Let's go down. There is Laptop Hound. Laptop Hound qualified 40th with the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, right behind Wildcat Bandit and right ahead of Rich Rock. Again, Rich Rock played half the tournaments, tied me in points, but I get the better seeding because that's just how they do the ranking. Let's go down here. Music lessons got in. Wow, music lessons. You just started playing the game about a month ago competitively. Qualifies 56. There's Andy, Sheffield Pub Goers. So we go down to number 128. And here's where you usually see a lot of players in the brush. Players that don't play a lot of bronze. You can tell by the number of tournaments they've entered here, but just want to squeeze in, just want to collect enough points to get in. And this month, 59 was the magic point getter. So let's go Blue Jays and our good friend Don't Cut the D Block Dragon and Fussmucker. Just squeeze in, only playing about 30 tournaments each. Whereas a lot of the higher point getters, you'll see they play in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, up into the hundreds. That's why they're higher ranked, because they play more, they accumulate more points, they get the higher ranking. So we're going to get those teams. Let me take a look who they were again. Let's go Blue Jays, Dragon, and Fussmucker. So let go Blue Jays. They're going to play Griff, who had to play Snailman last tournament and lost. D-Block is going to play the Madison Moundsman. And then Fussmucker is going to play the number 3 ranked team. So if I'm ranked number 40, Barry Basher, you're my math guy, who would I play? I would play, 88, somewhere around there? Yeah, if you finish 129th, that is such a bummer. 89 Cub fan, Steve? Okay, so my opposition is the Oregon Donors, a name that Ezra and I called out on a Friday showdown. And Ezra, one of his favorite team names, other than Ohio Sports Cards, Ohio, Ohio Sports Cards, Ohio. The things that we remember from days gone past. So I will be taking on History Okie. I don't know much about this manager, but I'm thankful I didn't finish 2 spots better because I would be playing Izadafo. Yeah. And if you haven't noticed, Izadafo is pretty good. So David Morgs, Wildcat, you escape Izadafo in round 1. D Block, you escape Izadafo in round 1. And D Dempsey, you escape Izadafo in round 1. David, sorry, man. But hey, anyone can win in round 1. Wildcat with a big sigh of relief. And Charles finishes 1/10. And Spore finishes 108. So do the math for me. Who plays 110 and 108 in bronze? Again, 2 managers that we see a lot of on stream. We know they kind of know what they're doing. Who plays Spore at 108 and Charles at 110? What are those magic numbers? 21 and 19. Thank you, Spore. So, the other team I play bronze with, the Wheel of Destiny. Who do I play? I play 21 for Spore. Oh, that's going to be fun watching you stream that, Spore. By the way, Spore, are you streaming the PTCS on Saturday? Well, well, well. I'm much more confident playing you here than in gold. Well, well, well. And Wildcat Bandit, you can go whew again because you were 1 slot from playing Charles or Spore. So Wildcat Bandit, breathe another sigh of relief that you escaped Spore and Charles in that first round. There you go. Charles, you have quite the matchup. You play one of the really hot managers in bronze, Makadkar, who was the January winner in the Laptop Pound Daily. So good luck, Charles. There are so many quality players here. So if you say, well, I'm glad I avoid this player or that player, well, if you get to round 2, you're probably going to come up across them anyway, or round 3. Shifted's really good. D-Block, D-Block is just squeezed in there. We got our good friend Heath Dog that makes it in there. So there is your bronze look-see. Let's go take a look at let's go through them one by one. The Open, and we won't go in as much detail, but we'll look at, the top 10 and the bottom 10. Don't look now, but Tom Buttleman. And if you're not familiar with who Tom Buttleman is, that is our good friend and visitor on the channel from time to time, Mr. Black. Mr. Black has finished first in the Open. I believe that's Mr. Black. I think it is. Nafers, number 3. Filson, number 2. We got the Maryside Insufferables, 4. The Elbas. A lot of teams you see in Perfect League play this Open hardcore. It's their fun tournament to flex this Open. Ben Trees, we've got KJ22, Fred the Baker's there, Conley and Ethan Edwards in the top 10. Who just squeezed in? Well, let's go take a look. I think Rich Grisham made this one last time. I don't know if he made it this time. Number 128, tied with 2 other managers, but based on how the ranking works, the ranking should probably be Fool's Errand gets in. They play less tournaments with the same points. But on the other hand, maybe you do want to reward those that are more dedicated to the tournament and play it more. So maybe that's a better way because they play it more, they're more dedicated, and they win the tiebreaker. So Intel Eddie with the Razors are last to get in. There's Snail Man. Snail Man his name fits himself. He is as slow as a snail, He plays to get in, and then watch out. He does some damage. So if you're ranked number 3, you have to play Snail Man in round 1. Charles again sneaking in at 118. Timlin, the Wood Ducks there. Popstung, Goria squeaking in. Shifted, the Hoosman. I'm just seeing quickly if I can see Rich Grisham's team, Foo Fighters. Did they get in there? If they did, you know he'll be streaming. Rich, if you're listening, if you got into these PTCS, expect a Rich stream this week as he looks for some advice. Love it when Rich comes on. There he is, Rich Grisham, number 74. Okay, folks, do the math for me. Who does Rich play? It's got to be someone in the 50s, somewhere in there. $55? $55? Okay. So Rich Grisham may be coming on this week and asking how he can beat this Puyallup Fair team by DB Berg. DB is often in the chat. So DB, if you're in the chat, you get to play Rich Grisham. All right. Next up, the Iron. You know what? Let's save the Iron because I love the Iron. Let's go to the Silver. Arguably the most competitive tournament right now is Silver. You have so many people in Silver. We see it streamed on many different affiliate streams. Arguably probably one of the toughest. I still think the Laptop Daily is one of the toughest dailies out there to win, but this one is highly competitive. And you'll notice the top 30 all finished at least first or second. So if you want to get into the top 30, you have to, at least make the finals. It's not until we get to 64th where we don't have someone that made the finals at least once. So shout out to our top 10. Go Cubs, go. Robert Cat, the Arctic Monkeys, East End Cockneys, Lucas J, Dono 43, who just kind of followed me last week. There was a Dono account. The Brooklyn Atlantics, We Are Marshall, and the Mice, who play a lot in the Laptop Daily. N Rockway, Trojan Horse, those are your top 10 finishers. Number 1 with 501 points. That is incredible. They played the same amount of tournaments as the top 5 pretty much, but they just crushed it. Go Cubs, go. So those of you that play Silver, are you guys, do you guys see this team a lot? Go Cubs, go. The Webster Grove Supercells. I don't play Silver. Not this year. There's a Wildcat Bandit finishing 14th. Let's go take a look at the bubble teams that just squeezed in. And we've got number 1. Oh, Morty. Your Fairview Tigers were 2 points away. Ouch. RDT, Statmonger, Don't Throw My Win, Ricky Vaughn. Oh, a lot of you guys that watch the stream here. Charles usually qualifies for close to all 10 of them, but Charles was away for a while, and he had some issues with the game for a while, like tech issues with the game. So he probably didn't get into as many tournaments as he normally would. But Charles missed out on the Silver. So 128 Cedarites. Cedarites, if you're here, give me a woo. 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 Minerva, give me a woo. Brydav. You guys just squeaked in. And Snail Man, there he is. You know we're going to see him in the bottom 10 or 15. There he is, 119. He has his strategy. And so who plays 119, folks? Who gets to play Snail Man? Team number, 10 or 11? 10? The Trojan Horse Seattle Pilots. So Wildcat Bandit, you escape Snail Man by 4 positions. Give me a woo. Next up, the wild card. I'm not familiar with this format. I have no clue what this format's about. Congratulations to KJ22, Jousman, KC86, Q Sports, Waddy 3, Ace Rutherford, Galos, Max Fire 5, Aster 31, and Mr. Black and his squirrels in the 10th spots. There we have Seawit at number 11, Isadolfo at 14, Monterre Dawn is there at 16, Rob Deere and Headlights. Yeah, a lot of names we're familiar with in this wild card. The bubble, here it is. Just missing out. Mr. Audit, Cruton, Ordnalak, Mangajosaurus, Mithoki gets the last spot in the wild card. Mithoki, give me a woo if you're here because you just made it in. And I wonder where Snail Man is. Is he in the bottom 10? Oh, 124th. There he is. Snail Man at 124. So that means team number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just picking on Snail Man because he's a really good player. And I would not want to face him in round 1. Team number 5, Waddy, takes on Snail Man in the wild card. Next up, let's take a look at Diamond. If you play the Diamond tournaments, our top 10 was the Baseballersons, the Ben Trees, the Rockachaws, Underdog. If you're in the chat, congratulations. Number 4 in Diamond, Sammy Jenkins, the Port Dogs, Heath Dog. Way to go, Heath Dog. Glad to see you in the top 10. Houston, the Star Crushers, and the Observatory. Monterre Dawn just outside the top 10. Dallas Skyline Sluggers, who are in the Invitational, they're in the top 20. And now Mr. Black there at 27. Okay, where is Snail Man here? I'm going to predict 115. Let's see, where is he? Where is he? Oh, Snail Man at 126. Wow, I would be so nervous playing it that way going into that final day, because in that final day, you could have 3 or 4 people pass you. So Snail Man finishes 126. Just on the outside, we have Eddie Wanton, we have Red Eclipse, we have the Pills, the Steamrollers, the Cyclones, the Vikings, and missing out by 1 is Grabster. Zombies are on the bubble. They just get in. The Leafters, the Snails, and the Whales, the Rattlers. Dr. Dynastic gets in at 117. So in this case, just to kind of look at matchups, we have Snail Man playing the number 3 team, and they will face off in round 1 against Tavistock Baseballersons. Canadians can read. And there's a case of a woo where Spore goes a woo because a player didn't make it in. That gives him a lot of trouble, I think. Makes his life tough in these journeys. The Mediocres, Mr. Audit's in that one, though, at number 20. All right, so let's go on and check out. Got a couple more to check out. Let's check out the drafts, and then we'll check out gold and silver, or gold and iron. The weekly draft. I don't think I did well enough in the weekly draft to get in. The Destroyers, the Creatures, Highlanders, Dish Nets, Fish Nets, Skylanders, Lake Otters, Whales, Rowdies, No Logo, and Defenders. There are your top 10. And remember, you do get points for being top 10 every week, I guess. It's every week as the cycle goes on. I think you get like 35,000 points per second I got one time. And this shouts you out every week if you're the top player weekly in these PTCS qualifiers. On the bubble, just missing out, Statmonger, T-Mist, Marcus, the Hoosman Jr. gets in with his cats. Photo gets in. S. Royal B gets in. And Cedarites. Oh, where's Snail Man? D. Dempsey. Well, this is unusual. Did I miss him? Oh, there he is, number 64. So he'll play someone like 63 or 65, someone close in that range. So this is one. How many tournaments did Snail play in here? He played in 26. Okay. So there you go. There is your draft tournament weekly and your daily. These are entering all the daily perfect drafts. I was hoping I would get in this one. Maybe I did. I haven't checked yet. The Halos, the Hops, the Jays, the Bulldogs, the Gambinos, the Worker Bees, the Sailors, Railers, and Summer Glen, top 9. Diamond Ears, number 10. Just going to go take a look if my other team got in here. Go through slowly. Not seeing it so far. There's a Spore at 83, Charles at 85. Well, those of you that just missed out, I'm part of that club now. 3 points away from qualifying in the draft, and I love the drafts. I really, really love the drafts, but I just missed out. Played 89 draft tournaments. I did finish first in one of them, but the drafts are pretty competitive. So I was 3 more points, and I would have got in with a tiebreaker. Shifted. I'm there with you, buddy. We just missed out. Duke Wolfman with the Michigan Wolves. Jerry Lee, Splatus, and Bobble were the ones on the bubble. Bobble on the bubble. Just missed out. Should any of our 128 qualifiers not be able to make the PTCS? 129 and 130 will gladly fill in. In drafts, anything can happen. I mean, you get good cards in a draft, and doesn't matter where you qualify. 128 can easily win with the card pool that they get the draft from. Okay, I'm depressed now, guys. Cheer me up. I thought I made this one. Okay, I'll cheer myself up. Let's go on to gold. Oh. My donation to the community. Thank you, Music Lessons. That does make me feel better when the student surpasses the. Thank you so much. I'm glad that the education qualified you and knocked me out, because you pretty much knocked me out, right? You kind of took my spot. Yeah, you kind of took my. No. You took Shifted spot. No, congratulations, Music Lessons. We showed you in bronze as well. You qualified for the bronze, like in the 50s or something. Pay it forward, Music Lessons. Make sure when the new game comes out, you pass along your wisdom. All right, in the gold. Well, I'm cheered up a little bit because my gold team finished 4th overall. Bone Slicer, Ghost Byron, the Cats, the Stripers. Almost said that wrong, Cavacom. The Stripers. Enough I had to pronounce the ex-girlfriends, the Gold Sox, the Marshmallows. Hey, Sean Sultan. You and I battle it out in the top 15 a lot. So Sean Sol makes the top 10. Space Moose and the Lizards are your top 10 in gold. All right. All right. I play number, what do I play? 128, 27, 126, 125, 125. No snail man. No snail man. No snail man. Please, please, please. No Isadafo. Please. No Charles. Please. Please, 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 please. 125. Well, RDT is no slouch. Let me tell you, the 90s expansion is who I'm going to have to face off in round one. Just missing out Admiral Relativity, the Silicon Valley Outlaws, the Plutos, the Zombies, the Bells, and Beach Grove. Oh, Nick Bry, who's often on the stream here, just misses out, ties for 128th, needed to play at least one or two more tournaments. So the Everett Aqua Sox, if you're in the chat, congrats. You got in. Peach Kings, the Sabertooth Tigers, and you see the other ones here. Chadwick's up there. Qualifying, shifted, gets in this one. D. Dempsey, there's Charles at 106. Mediocres, Cedarites, Rob Deeren Headlights, Mystery, Leo Remus. Congratulations, Mystery. A couple of your teams got in there. There's O's Bones and Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon. Snailman at 63. So I think he'll play Fabtron. Who does Snail play here? If he's 63, he plays Sporer? Help me out. Do the math. He plays 66. Oh, Sporer. Give me a woo, Sporer. You avoid Snailman, but again, you play the Edmonton Whales. Not a slouch team, although I don't know how dedicated they are to gold. I don't know if they're a big gold team. I see exclamation, exclamation, exclamation at Laptop Pound. So that might have been bigger than a woo, not having to play Snailman. Who else? Dr. Dynastic at 24, EVC at 16, Hero Driver at 15. Sean, you get to play. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking Glass Loopers. So you almost met up against your fellow Colorado resident there in Chadwick. You almost had a first round matchup with Chadwick. Lord Christic, if you're 28, I believe it's 100 or 101. Oh, Lord Christic, you escape Isadafo, Cedarites, Chess Safari, or no, you escape Cedarites, Isadafo, Mr. Audit, but you get to play Chess Safari. There's these 10 managers here. Ooh, Lord Christic and Chess Safari. That'll be a fun one in round one. I think it has to add to 120. Yeah, because one plays 128. So that adds to 129. Two would play 127. Yeah. So that makes sense, adding to 129. And finally, let's go check on Iron. My Tuesday treasure trove Iron players out there. Congratulations to the top 10, the Madison Mashers, the Werewolves, the Bomb Squad, the Tram Threes, the Athletics, Ma Codcar, the OK Oaks, the London Wings, the Fictions. I'm not familiar with a lot of these Iron. And then the Anaheim Angels in the top 10. All right, let's find out where my team is. Here it is, number 25. So I finished just below Cubs fan Steve and Teddy O, the real Teddy O. Just above Wildcat Bandit, Jim Bowden, Rob Deere in Headlights, D Dempsey, Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. So let's go find out. Where was I? 25. It adds up to 129. So I play 104. Thanks for the easy math there. I play 104. Before we get to that, on the bubble, Grabster, second tournament that they just miss out on. Roar of 1984, Isaac, Nathan, and Bronze Boy is the last one to get in with 63 points. Tied with 3 others, but because they played more tournaments, they get in. Gabagoo Luigi just squeaks in. Con squeaks in. Isadaffel at 118. Please show me Snail Man very quickly here because I play team 104. Scar Millie at 108. Eagles No at 107. Bella Turtle at 106. Okay, I play I-75. And I-75, they play a lot of tournaments. I see this team a lot in a variety of tournaments. So Water Rocket, if you're out there listening, good luck to you. We match off in round number 1. Spore at 92, 129. He would play 37. All right, get ready for a woo, Spore. 37. Not familiar with this team. You play salsa at 37. Who else? Who else is in the chat here? Minerva, are you in here? Oh, Minerva, I play your girlfriend's team? Well, I don't play them. I play 104, not 106. Yeah, I think you play 37, right, Spore? If you're 90, you're 92. 92 plus 37 is 129. Yep, going to be some good matchups there. Cubs fan Steve and Bandit. Let's see who you guys play. So Bandit, you play 2 better than I do, and Cubs fan 1 worse. I play 104. So Bandit, you play Charlie 4 days. And Cubs fan Steve, you play the Winterfell Direwolf. Again, not familiar with a lot of these teams. All right, there is your PTCS qualifiers. Good luck to everyone on Saturday. Again, I'm sure there'll be at least 1, 2, maybe 3 people streaming the PTCS, and then Dishnet will come on and do his round the world coverage of all 10 tournaments as they head off into the finals, which is usually around 5, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when Dish comes on. And Charles just missed out on Iron again at 138. That's 2 138s. And did Snail Man get in this one? Don't remember seeing his name. Maybe he doesn't play Iron. Nope, don't see him there. Oh, was he up there at the top? Nope. So he must have missed out. Let's go down a little further. No, doesn't look like he played a lot of Iron tournaments. $192. $192 for Snail there. All right, let's go check in on the bounty before our next break here. A bounty, and I have been eliminated because it is no longer green. So you guys are playing for the in-game packs from here on out. Let's see who our bounty winner is. Oh, Fussmucker. No mercy. 3-0. Fussmucker. At least the last game was close. So Fussmucker is our bounty claimer today, winning 3-0, 10-2, 8-4, and 5-4. Yeah, that hurts. Mind you, when you get this as your first overall pick, I mean, I had a good choice too. I had Shohei, but I'd rather have Acuna Jr. He hit 333 in 3 games, and he lost his only start. So here is your update. As we're not quite finished round 1, Rangers Rainiers go to game 5. The Charbonneau Lynx advance. EV and Michigan go to game 5. Same with the Creatures and Wizards. Ezra and the Devils advance. Launchpads and Eagles go into 5. And Charles couldn't handle the ex-girlfriends. The ex-girlfriends just crushed him. They took him, they threw him on the ground, and they didn't give him any opportunity whatsoever. 4-3, 19-3, and 6-4. The ex-girlfriends in a romp. I didn't write that, guys. The game wrote that. A romp with Charles in game number 2. 3 people picked the Shohei. 1 is about to head to game 5, and ex-girlfriends are on to round 2 with them. Well, you got the juiced up one. Where are those ex-girlfriends? At the bottom. Hitting 636. Mine was 333. And he won his start. Mine lost. So yeah, you got the good one. All right, gang, back after the break. See you in 2 minutes. All right, we are back here on this Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Almost done the work week for those of you out on the right coast. For those of you on the left coast, still enjoying probably a lunch right now. And we're going to get on to look at some online league reports. You guys are going to help me with my theme team as we're in silver this week. So we're gonna do some things coming up here. A chance to win some more packs a little bit later on by helping out the theme team. But let's give you a quick Laptop Pound daily update right now as we're into round 3. And in round 3 right now, we have the Emeralds up 1 against the Beachtown Blue Hornets, who I believe, is this the team that, I think this is the team that won the EVC tournament, the first one. And the second one's about to fire up in about 45 minutes. It's kind of in the loading up phase right now. So the Blue Hornets are down 1 to the Emeralds. We got the Fanatics up 1 on the Lindblom Knights. We got Marshall. We are Marshall playing music lessons. My student who has surpassed me and advanced in the PTCS perfect draft. We've got the Otters up 1 against the Skunks. Well, that's pretty appropriate. We've got an Otter and a Skunk. The Goldies are up 1 on the Pirates. This is the team that beat me out in round 1. You Pirates. We've got the Detroiters up 1, crushing Ironside 12-3 in the first game. We've got Mill Basin Yankees up 1 on D. Dempsey's Firebirds. And we've got Macadkar down 1-0 to the Manchester Worker Bees. So here are your final 16 teams. 2 of these will make their way to the finals, and I will be streaming the finals again today for your chance at winning 10 packs later on YouTube, 6 p.m. on YouTube. So 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come and check out the finals, if you're going to be in the finals, well, hey, come check it out. See your name in lights. Again, I like to give some love to these lower level cards. I want to shout out, a Jeff Supan. I want to shout out a Cliff Lee. I want to shout out a Brian Downing, Craig Biggio, Scott Brocious, Peanuts Lowry, Peggy Ward. Often we don't see these in the limelight of a World Series on Sunday. So my way of showing some love for the cards and the tournament. So again, 6 p.m. Eastern every day for your chance to win 10 packs for predicting the winner of the tournament. You fill out a little Google form. All right, next up. I know Music Lessons is sitting out there going, Lap, today is February the 5th, but what are we celebrating today, Lap? Well, I'm glad you asked, Music Lessons. Thank you for asking. It is World Nutella Day. Now, this is you either love it or you hate it. I am not a fan of Nutella, but chat, you tell me. 1, if you like it. 2, if you don't like it. Let's see how many 1s or 2s that we get. 1, you love it or like it. 2, you can't stand it. The race is on. We got it's 4-1, 4-2 right now. 5-2 for the Lovitz. 6-2. 6-3. 6-4 and a 69. Barry Basher with 5. 5 means that he's got cases of it in his storage. How did you know the secret code number for 5? All right, so it looks like more people like it than not. It is also National Primrose Day. And as I mentioned earlier with Ezra, I'm sorry, Ezra, but when I saw this one, I had to think of your name came to mind, Ezra. I'm sorry, but you seem like a whoopee cushion kind of guy. I can see you taking the whoopee cushion, putting it under Rachel's chair, and then who knows what happens after that. There's probably some words that are spoken. But yeah, National Whoopee Cushion Day. Well, actually, it's not Whoopee Cushion Day. It's National Fart Day. Yeah, I didn't know that was a day. Apparently, every February the 5th. I don't know. Is it like 2 for 1 at Taco Bell Sunday or something? Like what makes Monday the 5th National Fart Day? I don't know. Do we got to look at the history? Of course we do. We got to. I mean, quality. You get quality content here, folks. This is not your average stream. I mean, who talks about National Fart Day but Lap? When did this come about? I don't even want to know how to celebrate national. No, we don't need to know how to celebrate it. Pass gas, break the wind, cut cheese. Okay, here's music lessons. You're such a great student. Here's your educational lesson for today. Farting has been even part of historical documents, including writings about a fart that caused a man's ear and nose to be chopped off in ancient Egypt. Or how about a story of a Roman soldier who lifted his robe and farted, leading to a mob riot and the death of thousands of people? If that doesn't boost you up on a Monday, I got nothing for you. How about a joke? Why did the man stop telling fart jokes? Because he was told his jokes stink. Crickets. What do you call a person who only farts at home? A private tutor.
Hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine.
On a serious note, there are some facts. And did you know in 1607, a British member of parliament, and I'm sure Andy from Sheffield can do the research on this. He can fact check me on this. But apparently a British member of parliament farted and it became part of history, even inspiring verses of poetry. So I know some of you were talking about writing and literature. The government member inspired. It was probably a haiku. Toot, 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 toot. You gotta toot, toot, toot. Toot, toot, toot. I don't know how that goes. I know it's like 575 or something for haikus. Dante's Inferno mentioned a demon who used his backside as a trumpet. Whoa. Let's get off that one. And Jonathan Swift wrote a satire piece called The Benefit of Farting. Whoa. Oh. Lap, you've gone too far. But there are a lot of jokes. So, Ezra, that one's for you, buddy. It is also National Sick Day. Well, these kind of go hand in hand. It makes sense they have them both on the same day. I mean, if you're doing a lot of one, you're probably not feeling well. Right? Am I right? And hey, it's National Chocolate Fondue Day. So melt the Nutella, grab those strawberries and grapes, dip it in, and enjoy. But be careful. Be careful you don't have the gassy fruits, because you're going to be celebrating this one a lot more. There you have it, folks. These are what we're celebrating on February the 5th. Have your fondue, eat your Nutella, go buy some Primrose, and toot if you want. If someone in the household says, "What are you doing?" just say, "Honey, it's National Fart Day." Oh. Okay. Let's go on and take a look at how my team did this week, or in 2069, the Gabagool Luigi year of celebration. Gabba he has parties all week. He goes and goes online shopping. He buys a lot of I can't go any further because this is a family rated channel. So yes, 2069, I finished 306, 343 with my 4 teams. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators did the best of the 4 this week because they got to stay in Diamond. So they're still in Diamond for week number 5 in a row, finishing 83 and 79. I missed the wild card by 2 games, and Minerva missed the wild card by 1 game with his Skull Hearts. Shout out to Minerva's Skull Hearts. 1 game away from making the Diamond playoffs, which for me and Minerva is a big deal. The Jim Unknown Blue Jays, we went to the wild card in gold, and we lost out to Gorgo 2005, which I will gladly do. I will gladly lose out to him. That's twice in the last month I've lost to him in the playoffs. I went to game 163 against him for the division. He beat me in that game. But we matched up in the wild card too, and he beat me 2-0. So Gorgo swept me in the lead up to the playoffs and in the wild card. The Wheel of Destiny was in a theme team league with one other team. That's it. We got robbed in gold. We were not in a gold theme team league. There was one other theme team there, and we got crushed 67 and 95. And to end off 2069, we finished 69 and 93 with the Dave Steve Super 7 All-Stars in a gold league with how many theme teams? 5? 4? 3? 0. No other theme teams were in my gold league with Steve Super 7, even though I had the friend list filled out correctly. And so I got crushed there. So both my theme teams go down to silver. And I'm happy to report they are both in a proper theme team full league this week. So go Super 7, go Wheel of Destiny. We're going to be helping out the Wheel of Destiny team in about 10 minutes time. So stay tuned for that. A reminder, the trophies that are presented every Sunday. Yesterday was presented. 2 more to go. So there will be a World Series call on Sunday, the 11th, Super Bowl Sunday. And then on the 18th, there will be a physical trophy given out. I don't know if Dish is doing the World Series on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know. But there will be a physical trophy for the winner. And then one on the 18th, and that is it. All the physical trophies will be done. So you will be playing for virtual glory, chirping rights, flex rights, and you'll get to brag a little bit about winning after that. Remember, OOTP24, you can continue playing up until about April or May of 2025. If you're new to this game, it stays on the server for just over 2 years. So even though there's not a lot of streams going on, or there's not a lot of hype going on for the older version, it still plays. I still play OOTP23. I think I'm in perfect league in OOTP23. Where's my trophy? Come on, where's my trophy from OOTP? The beautiful blue and yellow trophy. This year it's green. So yeah, I still play OOTP23. I check in on the Gladiators. So you can continue to play this game for just over another year. It does not disappear. The number of users drops off. There is no more content created for it. So no new cards. The packs don't change. The tournaments don't change. In fact, what they do, they cut the tournaments. So any tournaments that are currently 128 will probably be 64. A 64 team tournament will probably be 32. But that Laptop Pound Daily will keep on going for another year and a half. It'll just be 32 teams instead of 64. Who plays 23? You and I do, Kava. Anyone else in chat still play 23? Still my favorite content of the last couple years is the Platinum Series cards, the time limited 8-week Platinum Series cards. Loved them. Although the Tuesday Treasure Trove is rivaling that. I'm really loving the Tuesday Treasure Trove. Shout out to Spore for coming up with that concept. Hopefully we'll see that continue into OOTP25 because that's just, I don't know. I like the underdog. You need to buy Platinum Series cards. Yeah. Which was a cool decision. They put back those Platinum cards back in packs. Probably around November. They put them back in packs. That was a great decision because now you have access to them. The only cards you can't get are the limited edition ones that have run out unless you get them on the card shop. And Fanatic, anything of value, post for minimum. Yeah, I was able to get a few months ago a Ty Cobb. I was able to get a Dwight Gooden. I was able to get Rogers Hornsby. The only one I can't get is Ricky Henderson. Even though there's 100 of them out there, no one seems to be selling Ricky Henderson. And here's how you can tell people are still playing. There are buy orders for Ricky Henderson for over 1 million perfect points in a game that's over a year old. Crazy. There are some dedicated OOTP23 players out there. Mr. Audit. Oh, Mr. Audit, were you the one that suggested to put the Platinum cards back in? Way to go. That was and again, I love that OOTP considers the community requests, community cards, community ideas for pop-up tournaments, community sponsors of the affiliates by allowing us to give out packs. OOTP. Come on, everyone, raise your glass, raise your beverage. I don't care if anyone's watching you. If I can do it, you can do it. Glasses up to OOTP. Thank you for listening. All right, our online league report. If you play in FKN Comish's online league, EMLB, where he does not have a team, he's strictly the commissioner, and he's impartial, does a wonderful job. Love the job that guy does. So dedicated to providing entertainment to the online league community as a fun stream, and you can create a player. And I've got Glenn the Hound Streamer still in AA. They're still in the off season right now, so not a lot to report about the Hound. He's still waiting for game number 1. 22 years old, defensive stalwart. And I just used my 7 boosts. So if GT Sundown, my manager, is in the chat, I submitted yesterday my 7 boosts to get him even better. So hopefully we'll see him up in AAA soon. As far as my other online league, Professional Baseball Experience, the PBE League is well underway into their next season. It is 2061. We're in July. And a shout out to the All-Stars in the minor leagues. I'm only going to go through the West Division because that's where I play. We've got Hydroconus. Starting pitcher, Herbert Fisher. Starting pitcher, Kim Ji-woo. Starting pitcher, Eunoch Leberth. Starting pitcher, Talion Solo. Starting pitcher, Ryan Virum. Reliever, Nathan Abel. Lotsa Heineken Bear. Raphael Rockefeller. And Toby Ziegler are your pitchers in the All-Star game. At catcher, Shaw Dynasty, Big Hurt Thomas from the Bears. And in chat, Chess Safari and his Tedford Woofington Jr., who is hitting .341, 10 home runs, a 151 WRC plus, and a 2.7 WAR. Shout out to Tedford. First base, we got another Ted. we got Chungus McRoyden stuff from the Bears. Troy Murphy. Second base, we got Bass Reeves, Yeti Taz. Third base, Abigail Mills, Hector Roca. And here we are at third base for the second year in a row, Hound Streamer. In outfield, we got Kirby Bernard, Joey LaRosa, Sir Poe, Tyler Dutheridge, Xander Tejma, Daniel Archer, Dazen Gui, Arya Harper, and William McDowell. And B1 Crunch, thank you for the follow 48 minutes ago. I'm a little bit behind. I'm on Mountain Time Zone. You're probably in the future. Thank you. Big One Crunch reminds me of a KFC chicken sandwich, the Big Crunch. So congratulations to all of our All-Stars in the East and the West. I think they're playing that All-Star game probably tomorrow. On Tuesday is when that goes. And in terms of how the Hound is doing with the Bears, well, he's hitting 280. Got 10 home runs, 26 RBIs, 47 runs scored, and he's got a defense of 4.3. He's looking for his third Gold Glove in a row at third base. So, yeah, the Hound is doing well, starting to pick it up. He had a bad start to the season, but he's starting to pick it up a little bit. Kind of take a look if he's on any of the big leaderboards here. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Don't see him on the leaderboards. The Bears are slowly moving up. The Amarillos just crushing it along with the Florida Flamingos. We are currently in a wild card position. Looks like we're in a playoff position in the West standings. Third team right now, but we're grouped in there with a lot of other teams. Again, a shout out to Rhino Leg, Wildcat Bandit, and his player second year in the pros. And he's playing for the Boise Raptors. And let's see how he's doing so far. 276 average. He's got 27 or 23 stolen bases. He's a base stealer. He's known for his speed. In the minor leagues, he finished with 251 stolen bases and only caught 12 times. That's quite an impressive minor league stolen base track record. So first year in the majors here, hitting 276. He's a rookie, and he's got 23 stolen bases, only caught 7 times, so he's doing well there. So good stuff. He, again, is, I think, known for his defense. Let's see if you're a Gold Glove contender. Nope, not your first year anyway. But when you move up to the pros, there's a big jump in terms of your ability, especially on defense, I find. Rookie of the month for May. There you have it. So in April, he was named the number 7th prospect in the PBE. At the end of May, he won the Player of the Week award. And in May, he was awarded the Rookie of the Month. I guess that would be for May, yeah. Wow, you're off to a really, really good start there. Congratulations, Rhino Legs. Again, Chess Safari, who we shouted out later, and his Tedford Woofington, selected to the All-Star game. He won a Player of the Week earlier this season. I went 5 for 6, including a home run and 2 RBIs against Anchorage, and Player of the Week in May. So Tedford Woofington, he's going to be in the majors, if not next year, the year after. 341 average. Just killing it. And one more, Jefferson Steel Flex. Big watcher of the stream. He's not happy right now. He's a little bit angry. But, you know, Jeff calms down pretty easily. So it shouldn't last long. He's hitting 222. Was named the number 16th prospect last year when he came into the league. And his defense getting better this year. He's above. Last year he was minus 13.8. He's a positive zone rating now. So still finding his way in the major leagues, Jefferson Steel Flex with New Orleans. So there you go. That is the shout out for PBE and for EMLB. Looks like we're just finishing off an ad break, so I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. We'll be back soon.